Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to this new YouTube channel Quality GS classes. Today we will discuss about the UGC-Net. So what this UGC-Net consists and how the exams are being conducted. So here we will discuss about the syllabus part for paper 1 and paper 2. Especially we will discuss here the sociology part which consists paper 2 and the paper 1 which are general for every aspirants who are giving this exam. For every aspirant this paper 1 is common, but you have to choose paper 2. So we will take here especially for paper 2, that is sociology part. So now let us start with this video lecture. So first of all, if you see here the UGC-Net syllabus, so this the National Testing Agency NTA, this NTA, this body is conducting what exam? This UGC-Net exams. So this body are interested by the university grant committee, that is UGC, they which are conducting that UGC exam. So if you are giving the UGC-Net exam, so how, for what purpose you are giving? For becoming either assistant professor or doing some junior research fellowship. So for two things you can give this exam, either for becoming assistant professor and for your research program, that for doing PhD program. So here it is being conducted by this NTA, but it is being conducted after 2018 onwards. It is being conducted in which mode? Computer based test mode. Earlier what was happening before 2018? It was being conducted in pen and paper mode. Like this year also, when this year in June term, because this exam is being conducted in two times. It is being conducted either in June or in December. But in this year, when this exam was conducted in June time, then at that time it was in offline mode, that was pen and paper mode. But this time when it got leaked, that paper got leaked, then after that NTA conducted this exam recently. It has conducted on 27th or 8th, 28th, 23rd. So in this recently they have conducted this in August. So they have conducted in computer based test mode. So you NTA are conducting this exam. So for first of all, here if you are eligible, either you have done MA from many subjects, masters you have done from many subjects, then you can sit in this exam for that junior research fellowship and or assistant professorship. So these two options are there which you can select, and both options also you can select. But here one things here I want to here specify, that the candidates who are qualifying only for assistant professorships are not eligible to consider for the award of JRF. So if you are conducting for assistant professorship and you are qualifying for this, that doesn't mean that you are qualified for also JRF, because the cutoff for both assistant professor and JRF both are different. So if you see, then cutoff for JRF is high, for assistant professor is some low. So here what happens in JRF, you are getting some amount of money for that doing the research fellowship. For assistant professor you are not getting that amount of money which you are getting for JRF. So these two exams you can sit in NET. So here it is given, the candidates who qualify the eligibility test for assistant professor are governed by the rules and regulations of the concerned university, college, state governments, as the case may be, for recruitment of assistant professor. So UGC-Net, as I have told, that it is being conducted twice every year, in June and in December. So somehow if paper is getting leaked or something unusual happen, then obviously one month later or 2 months later, but it is conducted every year 2 times. So in order to regulate the UGC-Net examination, the NTA is governing this exam and it is being conducted. So this was about the UGC-Net. So if you see here about the UGC-Net, how these exams are being conducted and which papers comes. So first of all, if you will see the test, here they are conducting these exams. Here 2 test papers are being given. First of all, if you see the paper 1, then paper 1, how much questions are coming? 50 questions are coming, and that 50 questions consist how much marks? 100 marks. So if you see that the questions will be generic in nature, intending to assess the teaching research aptitude of the candidate. It will primarily be designed to test reasoning ability, comprehension, divergent thinking, and general awareness of the candidate. So it is a general paper where you will get the question related to logical reasoning, aptitude based testing, higher education testing, either your that what things you have learned in your that logical reasoning. So that type of questions you will get here. So it's not that much tough, because it's a general and it is being asked for every aspirant. It is compulsory that paper 1 these same questions are coming for every aspirants who are giving this exam. So total and paper 2 your specific the papers which you have chosen, like if you have done MA from sociology or Hindi or any history or any other background, then from which subjects you have done MA, for that subjects only you can select these paper 2 which you are giving for JRF or PhD, or you can say assistant professor. So here will be based on the subject selected by the candidate. So these all questions, these 150 questions, where these all one questions carry how much mark? 2 marks. So 100 question, 200 marks. So total how much marks will be there? Maximum 300 marks. So here 300 marks questions are coming, and these questions will be in generic in nature first paper, and second paper here will be specific which are selected by students. So the total hours, how much times this matlab how much that durations of this exam will be 3 hours. Duration of the exam will be 3 hours. All questions will be compulsory, and there will be one more important thing: there is no negative marking. This is the main things here. In other exams, if you will see other any competitive exams today, every competitive exams till now, this UGC net has not included this negative marking. So because if you see the questions paper also, there is no negative marking this exam. But if any other exam and they are conducting, or any, you can say that any competitive exam if you have given, then you will see there is a very important things. What is that there is negative marking, but in this exam you will not see any negative marking. So, and this exam is conducted in computer based test mode only. So today also this is being conducted in this mode only. So either for getting more information you can visit these websites. From there you can get more information. So this was about the basics, the which you should know about the UGC net. Now coming to the next thing about the syllabus. Here we will talk, because this is a introductory lecture. So here we will talk about the topics which are being asked in paper 1 and paper 2. Especially for paper 2, we will see about the sociology chapter. Mainly we have taken this introductory for discussing the sociology topics. Paper 1 topics that are same for every aspirants, but paper 2 that are topics which the students are selecting those subjects. So if you come to the paper 1, then paper 1 subject is what it is named: general paper on teaching and research aptitude. So here paper 1 what specified that the main objective is to assess the teaching and research capabilities of the candidates. How the, because this paper will give you such questions like how your aptitudes, teaching aptitudes, how you teach the students. So these kinds of questions they are asking in this. So they will see how you can assess the students, how you can teach the students. So research capability of the candidate. The test aimed at assessing the teaching and research aptitudes as well. Candidates are expected to possess and exhibit cognitive abilities which include comprehension, analysis. So comprehension will be also there, analysis type of questions, evaluation, which consists like aptitude, quantitative aptitude questions, where you will give the percentage type of questions, math questions which are basic maths, that questions they will also ask. Understanding the structure of arguments, deductive different arguments questions will be there. Candidates are also expected to have a general awareness like about the environment, teaching and learning process in higher education system. Further, they should be aware of interaction between people, environment, natural resources, and their impact on quality of life. So their questions will be on the environment basis only, that which things has happened in the environment, about pollution, about different different conventions which have been signed. So they will ask the questions related to that also, and they will check that yes, you are aware about the environment, you are aware about the communication skills between the people, how you are going to teach the students, what are your research capabilities. So these things are being tested in this exam. So paper 1 consists of these kinds of questions only. So you will see about what are these detail in what this the paper 1 consists of this, which topics are there. So if you come to the unit 1, where we are talking about the teaching aptitude. So if you see the teaching here, the teaching concepts, objectives, level of teaching, memory, understanding and reflective characteristics and basic requirements. Here learners characteristics is what they will have: characteristic of adolescent and adult learners, academic, social, emotional and cognitive, individual differences, factors affecting teaching related to teacher, learner, support material, instructional facility, learning environment, institution, methods of teaching, institution of higher learning, teacher center versus learner center methods, offline versus offline methods, swam prabha, amox. So these kinds of about how offline teaching is based or online teaching is based, or different about different apps. So you have to be aware about those apps like swam apps, which they in like ignu, which where you can see the lecture. So different kinds of online offline apps, about their concepts, their facts they will ask. Now come to the here next, here it is saying teacher supporting system, traditional, modern, ICT based system, evaluation system, elements and type of evaluation. Evaluation is choice based credit system, higher education, computer based testing, innovation, evaluation. So every knowledge they will check. Now coming to research aptitude, here they will ask you about the meaning, types and characteristic, positivism and post positivity approach to research, method of research, which methods you are here learning, like descriptive, historical, qualitative and quantitative method, steps of research, thesis and article writing, application of ICT in, that is information communication and technology in research, research ethics. So these kinds of questions also they are asking. Comprehension they will ask, where they will give a comprehension, you have to answer that questions which is related to that comprehensions only. Now next you will see that the communications skills they are also asking. So what are the communications, meaning, types and characteristics of communication, verbal, non-verbal communications, culture and group communication, classroom communication, what are the barriers to effective communication, what are the mass media and society. So these differences they are also asking. Now unit 5, if you will see the mathematical, reasoning aptitude, these are the basic things which if you are preparing for any other government exams as either SSC, UPSC and every where you will see that these mathematical reasoning aptitude, their questions they are asking, like type of reasoning, number series, letter series, code and relationship, mathematical attitude like fraction, time, distance, ratio, proportion, percentage, profit, loss, interest, discounting. So here if you will see the previous year percentage and profit and loss, these two questions they are repeatedly asking from percentage and profit loss. Maximum questions are there in that mathematical reasoning and aptitude. So coming to next unit, unit 6, here logical reasoning. You know that logical reasoning, what comes: argument, structure of categorical proposition, mood and figure, formal, informal fallacies, languages, uses, connotations, denotations, classical square. We're evaluating and distinguishing deductive and inductive reasoning, analogies, Venn diagram, simple and multiple, which you are reading for every other competitive exams. Indian logic, means of knowledge, प्रामाणास, प्रत्यक्ष, perception, अनुमान, उपमान, शब्दल, अर्थ पलटी and anubad palti. So these are kind of means the logical which they are asking. A structure of kinds of anuman, vyapati, hetv, bhasas. So these kinds of things are they are asking. We will discuss when you are learning this paper 1 you are studying, then you will see in detail these kinds of things. Now coming to the next unit, here we will see the data interpretation. From data interpretation, what they are asking: sources, acquisition and classification of data, quantity, qualitative data, graphical representation, data interpretation, data and governance. And last but not the least, here they are asking for information and communication technology. In this, they will ask about the general abbreviation terminology, which are in the news also: basis of internet, email, audio, video conferencing, digital initiative, higher educations, how higher educations has improved from that coming. How higher education has improved by coming these kinds of information communication technology, ICT and governance. So these kinds of questions they are asking. And last is unit 9, people, development, environment. Here about the environment they will ask millennium development, sustainable development goals. You know that 2015 to 30, that is SDG goals. How much goals are there, what are different goals, human and environment interaction, anthropogenic activities, impacts of anthropogenic activities on environment, here environmental issue like local regional pollution, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. So basics means what you are reading about the environment in UPSC or at the state PCS, that from that only these questions are come. These are the easy questions. Impacts of pollutants on human health, natural energy resources, solar wind, solar energy. Again you will see the natural hazards and disasters mitigation study, environmental protection act. They are asking about this national action plan on climate, international arguments, what international agreements have been there in past, like Montreal Protocol, Rio Summit, Convention on Biodiversity, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement. So from these also International Solar Alliance, which India has given these kinds of things, International Solar Alliance. So from these questions, from these topics, they are asking the question. And here last it is that higher education system. From where here they will ask the institution higher learning education in ancient India, how post independence India, how evolution has happened, what is oriental non-conventional learning, professional teaching, technical skill based education, value education, environmental education, policies, governance, administration. So these are mainly a general type of questions related to your awareness, your basic aptitude, your quantitative aptitude. So these questions they are asking in paper 1. So it's a basic questions, easily you can solve if you have read these kinds of chapters, you are aware about these kinds of topics, then easily you can solve those questions. So this was for paper 1, which we have discussed in detail. Now coming to paper 2, specifically we have taken this lecture for discussing the paper 2, the sociology chapter. We will discuss later on in detail also which topics are there, and we will discuss those topics, and in next and in upcoming lecture we will see about the topics also and the questions which they have asked in PYQ. So mainly PYQ you will see, and from that PYQ only we will discuss about the theories, the different facts, what questions they are asking. So if you come to the net syllabus of sociology, so first of all we will learn different topics are there in sociology. It's also means here more questions are being asked, so you have to main the qualifying is your this sociology papers only, because first paper is that general awareness it is there, then obviously you can solve maximum number of questions. But the second paper, what is happening, that it is a specific paper which you are choosing, from which you have done your MS. So they are asking your not a basic knowledge but a deep knowledge, because they are thinking that yes, you have done MA, you have done your masters, so obviously you have command on this subject. So they will ask a deep question, a basic concepts they will also ask, but they will ask you can say that here they will ask different questions in going in deep, not that one liner questions they will ask and you have to take. So if you see this time that exams which NTA has conducted in recently in August, which paper has been leaked in June. So in these exams they have increased the level of the question, toughness has increased of the question, because earlier when they were asking one liner questions related to books, now they have asked in books only what concepts they have talked about. Chronology they have asked from books also, chronology they have asked about the research books also. So different like thinkers which are very important part of this your net syllabus, sociology syllabus, from that also they have asked the basic concept. So you have to read deeply about every topics. So first of all let us discuss about the topics here. So if you come to unit 1 sociological theory, so first of all, so in sociological theory what you will read about classical sociological traditions, where you will read about the classical sociological thinker like Emile Durkheim, like Max Weber, Karl Marx. So these are the classical sociological thinkers. Now second we will read about structure functionalism and structuralism like Bronislaw Malinowski, A.R. Radcliffe Brown, Talcott Parson, Robert K. Merton, Claude Levi-Strauss. So these are the thinkers which we will read about. Now coming to the next, third will hermeneutic and interpretative traditions like G.H. Mead, Karl Mannheim, Alfred Schuch, Harold Garfinkel, Erving Goffman, Clifford Geertz. So from these thinkers only, which they are mentioning in the syllabus, from these thinkers only they are asking about their books, their research papers, what they have talked about, which theories they have propounded. So from these thinkers only, so you have to learn by heart about these thinkers, their where they have born, what are their traditions, from which cultures they belong, what research papers they have published, what kind of theories they have propounded. So you have to learn about these thinkers. How much, if you consider, then 10-15 thinkers are there in whole your syllabus. So now coming to next part, postmodernism, post-structuralism and post-colonialism. Like they will ask Edward Said, Pierre Bourdieu, Michael. These are the modern thinkers. Michael Foucault, Jürgen Habermas, Anthony Giddens, Manuel Castells. So recently only they have asked about the Anthony Giddens, Manuel Castells. So many questions are being asked from modern thinkers. And now coming to these are the Western thinkers, mainly some from French, some from German, some from Europe country. Now coming to the Indian thinkers. So Mahatma Gandhi is also considered as thinkers. B.R. Ambedkar, their books, about their books, what the ideas they have propounded. So they will ask about this Mahatma Gandhi, B.R. Ambedkar, Radhakrishna Kamal Mukherjee, R.K. Mukherjee, G.S. Ghuriye, who is also known as the father of Indian society, G.S. Ghuriye, M.N. Srinivas, Iravati Karve. So these are the Indian thinkers. They are limited one. You can remember easily. Now coming to the second unit, that is about the research methodology and methods. How the research is being done, how the research are being conducted for studying the sociology. So here you will see about here the topics which are being mentioned here. Conceptualizing social reality, philosophy of science, scientific methods and epistemology in social science, hermeneutics and traditions, objectivity and reflexivity in social science, ethics and politics, research design, how to formulate research design, data documents, induction, deduction, fact concept theory, what is hypothesis, research questions, objectives, again quantitative and qualitative methods, what are the differences, ethnography, survey method, historical method, comparative method, techniques, what techniques you are using to do the research, sampling, questionnaire and schedule, statistical analysis, observation, interview and case study, interpretation, data analysis, and report writing. So these are the techniques which we are implementing for doing the research. Now coming to the unit 3, basic concept and institutions. Here you will see about the social concepts like social structure, culture, what is culture, not in network, status and role, what is identity. So see, here you have read the general definition, but here the sociological definitions you have to read. Community, what is community, how community has grown, diaspora, what is value, norms and rules, personhood, habitus and agency, bureaucracy, which are given mainly by Max Weber, power and authority. So you will read about what is power, what is bureaucracy. So questions are being asked from bureaucracy also, different forms of bureaucracy, what are the different properties of bureaucracy. So these things you will read here. Now coming to the next, the social institutions. The different institutions what you see like marriage, family and kinship, economy, polity. These are the social institutions, religion, educational institution, law and customs. So you will see about this. Again coming to social stratification, here you will see the social difference, hierarchy, inequality, marginalization, what is caste and class, difference between caste and class. We usually use interchangeably caste and class. So but both these things are different. Now what is gender, what is sexuality, what is disability, why this is gender is what? It is social term, but what is sexuality? It is a biological term. Race, tribe, ethnicity. So we will see about the definition which thinkers have contributed in these developing these concepts. Now next we will come the social change and process, evolution and diffusion, modernization and development, social transformation and globalization, social mobility. So these are the, see how much topics are there in one unit, you can observe here. So it's not easy that once you see and you can remember. So you have to revise and you have to prepare every topics in detail, because they are asking from any topics, any thinkers they are putting and they are asking the questions. Now coming to the next, rural and urban transformations. So rural and urban transformation, caste type settlements, agrarian social structure and emergent class relations, land ownership and agrarian relationship, decline of agrarian economy, deep peasantization, migration, agrarian unrest and peasant movement, changing inter-community relationship and violence. Now second, urban society, what is urbanism, urbanity, how urbanization has grown, town cities, how this has came into picture, industry, service and business, neighborhood, slums and ethnic enclaves, middle class, new urban classes, new middle classes, urban movements and violences. So these are the unit 4. Now coming to unit 5, state politics and development. Here you will see about the political process in India, where you will see about definition about tribe, nation, state and border, bureaucracy, governments and development, public policy, health, education and livelihoods, political culture, grassroots democracy, law and society, gender development, corruptions. So see how much syllabus are there. Role and internal development organizations. Again, we will see the social movement and protest. Here we will see political fractions, pressure groups, movements based on caste, ethnicity, ideology, gender, disability, religion and region, civil society and citizenship, NGOs, activism, leadership, reservation and politics. Now coming to economy and society, here we will see the exchange, gift, capital, labor and market, mode of production, diverse. Here we will see about the Marx theory also, property and property relations, state and market, welfareism and neoliberalism, models of economic development, property and exclusion, factory and industry systems. So these are the topics: changing nature of labor relations, labor process, family business, digital economy, commerce, global business, tourism, consumption. So you are seeing the evolution, how the topics, evolution of topics are also happening. Now coming to environmental society, social and cultural ecology. See, this time this definitions they have asked about what this the August paper, if you will see, of sociology, then you will see that they are asked about, simply they have asked about the what is the basic definition of cultural ecology. So here you can't go and read the concepts of one line, two line. Here you have to go into deep, you have to do the detailed study. What is cultural ecology, what does it signify? So cultural ecology, they have asked the questions: diverse forms, technological change, agriculture, biodiversity, indigenous knowledge system, ethnomedicine, gender, environment, forest policy, adivasi and exclusion, ecological degradation and migration, development, displacement and rehabilitation, water and social exclusion, disaster and community responses, environment, pollution, public health and disability, climate change, international policies, environmental movements. Now coming to next, family, marriage and kinship. They are also social institution. Here we will about what is family, marriage, kinship, children, youth, gender, sexuality, inheritance, succession, gender relations, emotions, family, emergent forms of family, change, marriage practices, family law, domestic violence, crime, honor killing. So these are the different topics here. Science and technology and society, if you will see the history of technological development, change notions of time and space, flaws and boundaries. Virtual community, media, print, this they have asked about the virtual community also. Technology, emerging political state policy, digital divide, technological changing health system, food and technology, cyber crime. Unit 10, if you will see the culture and symbolic transformation, the science and symbols, ritual beliefs, changing material culture, moral economy, education, religious organization, commodification and rituals, communalism, secularism, cultural identity, mobilization, culture and politics, gender, body and culture, art and aesthetics, ethics and morality, sports and culture, pilgrimage and religious tourism. So I am not going to tell about the detail about all the topics, because you can see only by name only, you can see what is culture, politics. So these you have to learn in, because this is an introductory lecture, so I can't teach you here the main meaning and the definition of these all topics, subtopics. Religion, economy, culture and environment, religious movement. So these are the different topics which we have seen in this paper 2. So unit 10 is the, how much units are there? 10 units are there, and then in this 10 units, subtopics are there, different subtopics are there, different thinkers are there, they have propounded their theory, different types of systems are there, different. So you have to learn in a very comprehensive manner so that you can clear this exam. So it's not that in fortnight, in 15 days, 1 month you can prepare all these topics in one go. No, you have to prepare this comprehensively. One topics you should make notes, and you should write about every thinkers, about short notes you have to make, because at exam times you can't prepare all the topics at one go by reading these much topics in which are given in a book. So you have to make short notes where you can write about these. First of all, you have to read this in very detail, and about understanding. After test, you should make your notes, short notes, and there you should discuss about, there you should write about these thinkers, their what theories they have propounded, and different topics which we have discussed in this syllabus part. So mainly it was an introductory lecture. Here we have discussed about the syllabus, what the UGC-Net consists, what are different modes of examination, what are different topics which they are asking in paper 1, paper 2, how much marks, how much questions are coming, how much marks are given for that question. There is no negative marking, computer based tests are happening. So this we have discussed in this UGC-Net. So it is an introductory lecture. So let us stop here. So see you in next lecture. Thank you very much.